Welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Thursday, 5th October 2017. I'm Pamela Diaz. On the occasion of World Teachers' Day, which is annually observed today, 5th October, Premier of Nevis and Minister of Education, the Honorable Vance Amory, delivered an address to commemorate this day, which is being celebrated under the theme, Teaching in Freedom, Empowering Teachers.
I wish to pay special attention to all teachers here in Nevis, past and present, and more particularly the teachers here in Nevis. I earlier referred to this year's theme, Teaching in Freedom, Empowering Teachers. And it is fitting because it embodies what we in Nevis promote to provide professional development of our teachers. We believe that our teachers should have the freedom to express themselves, to develop their own techniques in the provision of education for our children so that they can get the benefit out of their exercise in their profession.
The Education Minister also made a special appeal to the leaders of the schools.
I wish to encourage the leaders of our learning institutions, that is our principals and head teachers and supervisors, to continue to allow the teachers under their guidance the freedom to be actively involved in the determination of the goals which the school sets for itself, especially for the children, the planning of school activities, and freedom to undertake initiatives inside and outside of the classroom. Meanwhile, the government will continue to assist with the teachers' development professionally through training workshops and seminars so that the teachers are able to acquire professional guidance to develop their skills to deliver their subjects to our children.
He then commended both past and present teachers on Nevis.
Your contribution continues to filter through to our societies, making the positive impact in terms of the training and the inculcation of values in our young people. On this World Teachers' Day, I commend you highly for taking this noble profession and for continuing to labor in an area which is responsible for the molding of our nation.
That was Premier and Minister of Education, the Honorable Vance Amory. Earlier this year, the Nevis Housing and Land Development Corporation, NHLDC, broke ground in Maddens to begin the Cedar View Housing Development Project, which is expected to have some 31 houses available for persons on Nevis. On Tuesday, 3rd October, a team from the Department of Information visited the site with Senior Minister in the Nevis Island Administration, NIA, and Minister responsible for Lands, Housing and Cooperatives, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers, as well as Project Manager and Quantity Surveyor in the NHLDC, Tanisha Chapman. In speaking with us, Minister Jeffers expressed his gratitude to Chapman for her continuous work and the rest of the team at the NHLDC.
She came on board almost from the onset of this project and has done a wonderful job to date to ensure that the materials needed, building supplies and so forth, are brought here on time, and also ensure that we've had minimal losses of material as well. In terms of the overall project itself, one can see that there is some order here. And when I mean order, it means that we are now at the point where we are seeing even landscaping being done, and we want to be able to provide an environment that is befitting of this particular development, where persons are expecting high standard of construction and high standard in terms of our delivery to them.
Project Manager Chapman stated that there are 23 houses that are nearing completion and construction on another 4 to begin next week.
We are hoping to have 31 houses. We are almost near to completion. We are hoping by mid-December that we'll have the entire project filled with houses and families able to move in. In terms of the current position of the houses, we have a few that are very, very near to completion. We have some finishes being done, those being lighting fixtures, cupboards, and some little other stuff to be done. At the end, we are hoping to have landscaping, roads, some other amenities that the minister spoke about to be included into this project.
She also expressed her gratitude to the workers as well as Minister Jeffers.
I'd like to thank all those who have worked with over the past 6 months, be it the contractors, the staff at NHLDC, and of course the minister who has been very hands-on on this project.
The Cedar View Housing Project is funded by the St. Christopher and Nevis Social Security Board. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health in the Nevis Island Administration, Mrs. Nicole Slack-Liburd, announced earlier today that the ministry will be celebrating Caribbean Wellness Day in October with a series of activities. Mrs. Slack-Liburd clarified that in the Caribbean region, the day is celebrated the second Saturday in September annually, where the various governments, civil society, and faith-based organizations conduct activities to bring awareness to non-communicable diseases which adversely affect our population. This year's theme is centered around youth with regard to healthy living and the reduction or elimination of smoking. Mrs. Liburd explained the activities scheduled for the event.
Here at St. Paul's, we will be celebrating Caribbean Wellness Day, our second annual series of activities. This year, we will be commemorating this day in October, a slight delay due to the hurricane. On October 15th, here at St. Paul's, we will be conducting a series of activities as we would have done last year. Well, the activity is a one-day activity with many parts to it, and so we will be starting at 7:30 this year, where we would have some screening for diabetes and hypertension, and followed by a short walk, and also a health message that would be conducted during the service.
She explained that non-communicable diseases affect the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis as well as the Caribbean region proportionately.
Here in Nevis, for example, we have over 70% of the population is either overweight or obese. And so here at St. Paul's, we are doing our part to bring attention to non-communicable diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, and cancer.
The permanent secretary used the opportunity to invite interested persons out to participate in the activities. Also present with Mrs. Liburd was Reverend Father Christopher Archibald, who echoed her invitation to the activities and urged residents to participate to assist in minimizing the prevalence of non-communicable diseases within the Federation. Still to come, National Language Arts Policy underway. The details when we return.
Uwali, the Queen of the Caribbean, bathed by its crystal shores, is the Caribbean's best-kept secret. Nevis is known for its rich culture, which remains entrenched in the island's everyday life. We boast of having the Caribbean's greatest summer festival, Culturama. The birthplace of Alexander Hamilton, my little 36-square-mile island, is the home of the Bath Hotel, which is the first built hotel in the Caribbean. Don't forget to take a dip in the therapeutic Bath Springs. Take a few minutes to trot down to the ever-famous Sunshine's Bar and drink a world-renowned Killer Bee. Live Nevis naturally by exploring the magnificent waterfalls and hiking to the top of our 32 Nevis Peak. Our lush vegetation and landscape deems a visit here the perfect escape. Nevis, Queen of the Caribbean.
Welcome back. The Department of Social Services in the Nevis Island Administration, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, yesterday at the Memorial Square in Charlestown hosted a blood testing day event. The event included free blood sugar and blood pressure checks for residents on the island. The event is part of the department's month of activities to celebrate International Day of the Older Persons. Communications Officer at the Health Promotion Unit, HPU, Sheila James, described the event.
The Health Promotion Unit were invited today to assist the Social Services Department, the Elderly Division, with a health fair. It's open to all age groups. They're testing bloods and sugars, and the Health Promotion Unit's involvement is simply to give information on health matters. We're giving an array of information, pamphlets, and we're encouraging persons to use their local health centres across the island of Nevis.
Deputy Director at the Department of Social Services and over the Seniors Division, Joyce Movin, clarified that due to the international recognition, Nevis celebrates that day and dedicates the entire month of October to hosting activities that celebrates older persons, or specifically seniors on Nevis. The activities commenced on October 1 and will end on October 31 and will be hosted under the theme Stepping into the Future, Tapping the Talents, Contributions and Participation of Older Persons in the Society. The activities will continue on the 6th of October with a March for Seniors starting at the Wesleyan Holiness Church in Charlestown and ending at the El Camino Willett Park. On the 11th is the To the Homes with Love event, and on the 17th is the celebrations of centenarians. On the 19th is the scenic rail ride and island tour of St. Kitts. The activities will continue on the 27th with the presentation to shut-ins on Nevis. The 28th is the inaugural Miss Nevis Senior Pageant at the Nevis Cultural Complex, and the activities will continue on the 31st with a gala and awards ceremony at the occasion's conference center. The public is invited to attend the Thanksgiving service, the March for the Seniors, as well as the inaugural Miss Nevis Senior Pageant. The Ministry of Education, as part of its Early Learners Program, ELP, held its first consultation for a National Language Arts Policy on Tuesday, 3rd October 2017. According to Chief Education Officer Dr. Tricia Esdale, the activity is a central one for the Ministry of Education as part of its ELP pilot that is being carried out in St. Kitts and Nevis. She further explained that it is also part of a larger program of activities which surrounds the review and revision of the curriculum framework and the curriculum assessment framework. Dr. Esdale said that they will be looking at home language and its implications for learning in the school system, how children transition from the use of home language, also known as dialect, into learning internationally accepted English, which is a standard in St. Kitts and Nevis. ELP coordinator Jacqueline Bassoum said that teaching the students in dialect will aid in the transition from the local vernacular to standard English. It is hoped that included within the policy are areas that would seek to enhance how it is done in the schools in order to enhance learning, said Mrs. Bassoum. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Pamela Diaz. Thank you for viewing.